Good golly, we are in the dog days of summer here at Hot-lanta. Good evening and welcome to the Racer League. I am your host, Nathaniel Scott. And this week the Racer League is at Atlanta, Georgia. And by golly, it is hot today. Gonna have some great action here on this mile-and-a-half course. Let's go ahead and get into qualifying results, shall we? Starting first and getting their first pole ever is the number 7 of Isaiah. In second, we have the number 91 of Aunt Christie. In third, the number 83 of Renee Rector. In fourth, the number 17 of Christy Rector. And rounding out the top 5 is the number 41 of Aaron Nelson. The number 47 of John Jackson is starting 10th today. He won race 3 at Texas, and this course here is very similar to that track. Some other notable mentions to go over here, is the number 13 of Nathan Rector. He has now dropped the Hulu sponsorship and will now be driving for Maze Meats. Nathan Rector starts in the 35th position. And now it's time for your favorite segment, Questions with Ernie.
Questions with questions. Questions with Ernie. Questions with Ernie. Questions with Ernie. Questions.
Well, our question for Ernie today. Ernie, what's the latest and greatest on some of the drivers that we've covered so far?
Well, Nathaniel, the number 6 of Steven Nelson is actually doing a lot better. He's had some better finishes so far this season now that they've made a few changes and given him what he wants. And he finished 5th in race 6, so he's definitely progressing and moving forward. As for that Tommy Ray in the number 4 car, he went ahead and swapped crew chiefs with the number 2 of Bryson Birchfield. Tommy was steadily declining, the last few races not finishing within the top 20. So they went ahead and made that swap for this week. Be interesting to see if it is going to pay off.
That will definitely be interesting to see if it will pay off. And hopefully it does for that number 4 team of Tommy Ray, because they have definitely been struggling these last few weeks.
Drivers, to your cars.
Sounds like the drivers have been called to their cars, so I will go ahead and send it down to our in-booth commentators of Dwight and Sue. And I will see you after the race.
Well, thanks, Nathaniel, for that welcome. My name is Sue Llewellyn, and I'm here with my counterpart, Mr. Dwight Flanders.
Well, hey y'all, how's it going this week?
It's going quite well. Did you have a safe 4th of July there, Dwight?
For the most part, I think I did. My Uncle Bernie, he got a little out of hand and tried to go skinny dipping in the local pond. That did not end well at all.
It didn't sound like it started well either.
Well, it started probably too early in the day for most people, but Uncle Bernie's just Uncle Bernie.
Well, speaking of starting, look who's starting there up front. We got another rookie.
Well, heavens
on
to
the pole.
Betsy. Is that Jay Shepler up there on the pole?
No, that's the number 7.
Oh, heavens to Betsy, I'm sorry. My eyes are deceiving me right here. That's Isaiah up there on the pole. That's nice to see him up there.
It sure is. He's not had the greatest of seasons so far.
That he has, and Nathaniel did touch on that in the mid-season report there a couple weeks ago. Looks like they've got some of that stuff worked out there now for that team.
Hopefully they do. I hear they're coming out of turn 4. We got a couple people that haven't been near the front. That Aunt Christie and 91 and the 83 of Renee.
Well, Renee's been up there just a few times, but not that much.
That pace car's down, Dwight.
Well, y'all know what that means. Say it with me. We're going racing. Let's see if that rookie can hold on there, because that Renee Rector is trying to make it 3 wide going there into turn 1.
We sure are. 3 wide for the lead here at Atlanta.
That was an aggressive move there, Sue, for Renee to do that. But somehow that middle line held on, and Isaiah's able to hold his spot there just a little bit, but not into 3 and 4 at all.
No, he did not get a good start, as he's going to lose another position. It looks like, anyways, to Aaron.
So was that Aunt Christy. She's stuck out there on the outside, just not much to do.
Not much at all, and they're bunching up behind. They got the 55 of the 2-time winner, Tina Miller.
And right behind that's the other 2-time winner of John Jackson. I see them back up there inside the top 10 this week.
Sure is, but that 83 of Renee Rector, she is pulling away as she's leading the race.
That Isaiah as well, he's gotten down to the bottom and looks like he's trying to sort some stuff out and try to catch that leader back up.
Sure looks that way. Renee's she's had kind of an up and down season so far.
That she has, but
along with that number 28 of Jacob Banks.
Oh, that Jacob Banks, he has been really well and almost won there last week.
He sure did. He came off a great finish, a 2nd place. And I think had there been a couple more laps, he might have stole that win.
I definitely think he would have there, Sue. There's the number 88, Uncle Mike.
Sure is. He's running 18th right now.
Oh, yes, he currently is sitting
in his race car.
In his race car, but 6th in points. I'm sorry, I was looking at my notes, y'all. There's that Jay Shepler.
There's that Jay Shepler we were talking about. We're still 3 wide racing back here.
Oh, yes. Now, he needs some really good finishes here or a win to make sure he keeps himself inside the showdown, because right now there, Sue, he's sitting only 2 points ahead of Katie Harshbarger.
Oh, and running 26 right now is not going to get that job done.
Not going to get it done at all there, Sue.
Here we got a pass for 2nd right now.
Oh, looky there, Sue. That Tina Miller, she might be looking for her 3rd win of the season today.
She's definitely looking, but she's got to catch that 83 first.
Well, she's gaining on her for sure. Let's see what she came up here. Oh, yes.
She's just a little over half a second behind.
Just a little bit, so it'll be interesting to see if she can really make a way.
Well, here's that number 6 of Steven Nelson.
He's sitting back there in 25th there, Sue. He has had an up and down season.
Absolutely.
I feel so bad for that team, but, I mean, he did announce that he's going to demand a trade at the end of the season if he does not make the showdown. Which is a pretty bold move there, Sue.
It sure is.
It is a very bold move for him.
Because if you're not running well, who's going to take you?
Well, that's right. Well, he's trying to blame it, though, on the car.
Well, that's
not
true.
Not his driving.
That's
him
true.
not getting the car he needs.
Sure.
Wow, look at that run there, Sue. That the aggressive John Jackson had there on Carl Phillips.
Sure is. You know, I heard on the internet that number 47 is aggressive as wombats.
That's a great explanation, I feel like, for him, for sure.
Absolutely. The aggressive wombat.
The aggressive wombat, the number 47 of John Jackson. That just rolls off the tongue.
Sure
I like
does.
that. I like that
does.
a lot.
Shout out to Rolo75 for that.
Oh, yeah, yes, thank you. Well, that wombat has made its way into the 2nd position there, Sue.
It sure has.
Definitely making a move there.
All that racing's allowing that 83 to maintain the lead.
And that she is. And the aggressive wombat driving of the 47 of John Jackson gained about 0.02 of a second that last lap.
Sure did. Well, they got things sorted out right now. So we're going to take our first break, and we'll be right back to the Rectified Automotive Circuit Entertainment Racing League.
The Racer League is brought to you by the spider on your shoulder. Get it! Hurry!
Welcome back to the Racer League. My name is Sue. How do you do? And I'm here with my counterpart, Mr. Dwight Flanders.
Well, hey, y'all, how's it going?
It's going quite well for that 83. She's leading the race.
She is there, Sue, but I believe that number 47 there of John Jackson, the aggressive wombat, is gaining on Renee Rector.
Well, he's got to hurry as we're under caution and they're racing back to the
He
line.
might be able to do it as they're coming out of turn 4 here. See if he can get a run there.
I don't think he don't
Not
quite have it.
Didn't quite have the run he needed, but another lap and he would have.
Here's a replay. Christopher Bailey got into Skittle Waffles and
They just bumped that Skittle Waffles and sent him around. And then took out the number 57 there of Scott Rector. And that Skittle Waffles car does not look good at all.
it does not. And here we got pit stops. Looks like they're all coming down. We're gonna go down to Ernie and see what everybody's doing on pit road. Ernie?
Oh, yay.
Well, guys, looks like everybody's gonna take just 4 tires and gas. Gonna get them some of that volatilized propellant juice in their cars and try to get back out to the track as quick as possible. Pardon me there. The number 91 car of Aunt Christie was complaining of some issues with the car being a little too tight, so they're gonna make an air pressure adjustment on her car. They're also gonna make a small air pressure adjustment on the 83 as well to try to get some more speed since the car's trying to catch her. So they're heading back out to the track, and I'll send it back up to y'all.
Well, thanks, Ernie.
Oh, yeah. Pretty good race coming off of here at pit road.
We sure do. Looks like everybody's, like Ernie said, 4 tires.
They are. That number 7 car, he was sitting there a while. I wouldn't be surprised if he did some adjustments as well.
Sure. Well, you know what this means. They're going to get lined back up.
Go.
Oh, yeah. Sorry for the cough there. I'm going to have to go get me some more cough syrup.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back to the Racer League.
Hey, you're watching the Racer League, and this break is brought to you by Uncle Carl's Cough Syrup.
Welcome back to the Racer League. My name is Sue. How do you do? And I'm here still with my counterpart, Mr. Dwight Flanders.
You just can never seem to get rid of me there, Sue.
I don't think I want to there, Dwight.
Oh, that's so nice. Sorry, I had to get me some more of that Uncle Carl's cough syrup there. I feel a lot better right now.
Well, that's good.
Oh, yeah.
You know who else is feeling good is that 83 of Renee Rector. She maintained that lead coming off of pit road.
That she did. Hopefully they made the right adjustments to keep her out front today, y'all, and get her a win. She's going to need a win. I don't think she'll need a win to stay in the showdown, but it will sure help and guarantee her a spot there in just a few more weeks.
Absolutely. There's only 3 more races after this, and then we're right smack down in the showdown.
Heavens to Betsy. It's a close race still, y'all. We got to remember, you know, that Jay Shepler, he was only 2 points ahead of that Katie Harshbarger there, and Bryson Birchfield is sitting 18th in points, but he's only 21 points back from being qualified for the showdown. So it's a tight window.
It sure is. That can change within a race.
It can, especially if one of these drivers in the showdown finishes last.
Right.
And then they get negative points. But that pace car is out, y'all.
It sure is.
So y'all know what that means. We're going racing.
That 83 got a good start, but so did that 47.
That 47 probably got just about the same. That 95 didn't, though. And he's going to hold up some of them cars back there, but
Sure
it'll
is.
be a fight here for first and second coming down the back stretch. See if John can get a move. Didn't quite get the window he needed, but let's see if he kind of uses that aggressive wombat material and pushes that 83 out of the way.
Sure. He's trying to maintain, but that 83 is just a little bit faster.
Just a little bit. They've both made probably the right adjustments.
Now here's something we don't normally see, and that's the number 32 of Eddie Phillips back in 35th.
That is not something we see at all. He is sitting technically second in points right now. Oh, there's a big move there from that Jeremy Nelson.
That sure was.
A win or 2 weeks ago there for us. He pushed that number 13 of Nathan Rector right out of the way.
He sure did, and it's a battle for 8th right there.
They've got a great battle going right there between all those drivers.
They sure do. Hopefully they can maintain their line. Otherwise they'll end up in the wall and in a garage.
Well, that's not where you want to be at all. But Definitely a lot of our top drivers are right there in the pack driving in the top 10 right now.
They are trying to maintain their spot in the showdown. And that 91, man, Christie, she's right below that cutoff line.
She is. She's on the elimination line there, Sue. So she definitely needs some good finishes here lately.
And here's that Steven Nelson. He just ran his fastest lap of the race, and he's still sitting in 25th.
Well, he's a ways back there, so that'll do it. That'll do it for sure. But looks like somebody's off the pace there, Sue.
They sure are. That 95 of Carl Phillips. They did not make the right adjustments there.
They did not. I wonder if we should go down to Ernie real quick. Ernie, what's going on with that number 95 car?
Well, guys, 95 car definitely didn't make the right adjustments. Got the car a little too tight for him, so it's holding him back, and he's got to stay out on the outside. Just trying to keep that car in there. So just see what happens, and they're gonna wait for a caution before they come in.
Oh, thanks there, Ernie. It's nice having somebody down on pit road.
It sure is. Here's one of our top rookies from last season at number 8, Mason Cecil.
Oh, he's doing pretty well there, Sue. He's sitting in 23rd currently right now, but
In points,
in points,
he's
let's
sitting
see
12th here in the race.
He's sitting 7th in points. I'm sorry. I was looking at the laps. He's sitting 12th in position. He's sitting 7th in points right now.
There-
Got quite a good buffer there.
There you go. I think you might have had a little too much Uncle Carl's cough syrup.
I might have. I feel like I still need some more, but my throat's still bothering me, you know?
Well, here's another person trying to get their second win of the season, and that's the 21 of Jeremy Nelson. He has been the guy on the move so far since this caution.
He has. He has made a lot of adjustments and some moves there to get himself up into the top 3 right now, but well, actually, he's sitting 2nd right now and just past the aggressive driving of John Jackson. And I mean, he's had some very good finishes. He has not finished outside the top 20 all season.
That is impressive.
Actually, his worst finish is 14th, and that was last week at Darlington.
You know, that's pretty reminiscent of that number 17 last year.
It is. That 21 car, though, just needs another win to solidify that.
Sure. Well, he's looking for the lead right now. Can he get around that 83? Well, there he
He's got
goes.
a great run coming off a turn 4 there through the tri-oval, so right underneath that number 83 there, Brene Rector, and
Well, we're under caution.
oh, heavens to be.
That pass couldn't have come at a better time.
That was a great time for that pass. John Jackson tried to do that last time and
Just couldn't quite pull
just
it off.
couldn't get it at all.
That 21, he's definitely going to lead us back to the line
Oh,
here.
for sure.
We'll go back and take a look at the replay.
There's that Carl Phillips. He was struggling there, Ernie said.
He sure was.
Oh, mercy there.
Oh, that 41. There, Nelson got into Simon Peters, and that just, that just caused all kinds of
Oh, what was
kabobble.
that?
45 of Skittle Waffles.
Oh, mercy.
Looks like she just clipped that 95 coming
That's
up
a-
here.
That right there, that's a rookie mistake.
Sure.
Is what that I would just chalk that up to a rookie mistake, not being able to judge that quite right.
That's correct. And looks like we got everybody coming back down pit road. So we're going to throw it back down to Ernie, see what everybody's doing again. Ernie?
Well, guys, so the 83 made some good adjustments, but not the right ones. The 21 definitely made all the right adjustments, getting the car perfect. He was saying on the radio, the car was fantastic, and it showed. But everybody's going to come in for 4 tires and fill up on volatilized propellant juice and try to get back out onto the track as quick as possible. The number 7 car did make adjustments last time, but just hasn't quite paid off for them. So I think they're going to try to make a few more adjustments on their car, a few more adjustments there on the 83 and the 91 as well, and they will all get back out onto the track, and I'll send it back up to y'all.
Well, thanks, Ernie. Got another good race off pit road here.
Oh, that we do there, Sue. That 7 car, though, I mean, he looks like he's making some major adjustments on his car.
Definitely looks that way. For sure. Well, we'll let them get lined back up and sorted out. And we're going to go ahead and take our next break. When we come back, we'll be green flag racing right here on the Racer League.
Racer League is brought to you by forget. Hey, you're watching the Racer League, and I'm Frank. So make sure that you drop a comment below and let us know what you think of the Racer League. We're excited to hear from you. So come on, leave a comment. Oh yeah. Come on, leave a comment. Oh yeah.
Welcome back to the Racer League. My name is Sue. How do you do? And I'm here with my counterpart, Mr. Dwight Flanders.
Well, hey, y'all. Well, I think that I'm doing all right, but I know who's not doing all right there, Sue. That's
Who's that?
That number 95 of Carl Phillips, the 31 of Simon Peters, the number 45 of Skittle Waffles, and sadly, the number 37 of Eric Bellarby. They were in our last caution and are now out of the race.
Well, that's not good news at all.
And that is not. But we got teammates right up there on the front line.
We sure do.
That number 6 is a lap down. Be interesting to see if the 21 there of his teammate will give him the lap back or not. I know there's some conflicts going on with that team.
Sure.
So it'll be interesting to see if they try to work it out a little bit.
I'm betting it'll probably depend on how well that 6 gets his start.
If he gets a good start, because the 21 there's got the number 47 or John Jackson right behind him.
That's correct. And I wouldn't want to hold up my teammate with that 47 behind him.
I wouldn't want that 47 behind me at all.
Well, yeah.
That's just dangerous.
It sure is.
But that pace car comes down, it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. The number 6 of Steve Nelson does have the bottom, but a lap down. The green flag's out, and we're going racing. And he did not get the start that I was hoping he would get.
He did not. But we do got that 21. Boy, he got a great start.
He sure did there, Sue. And 47 is struggling just a little bit. I wonder if they made some wrong adjustments there.
I'm definitely wondering. Here's that 91 of Aunt Christie. She's sitting in 6th right now, but she's working her way up there.
Now, she's rebounded there a little bit. I think she fell back all the way back to about the 10th or 12th spot and is working her way back up now inside the top 5 and towards the front.
Here's last week's winner, the number 43 of Karen Ellison. She has qualified herself for the showdown with the win there at Darlington.
She does sit in there with points as well, so that'll be nice for her, but
she's sitting 12th right now here in the race.
That's a pretty good spot to be at for her.
It sure is. Sure is. What's not a good spot is that 57 of Scott Rector. He's running 33rd right now.
That right there, Stu, is not where you want to be.
Definitely not. He is probably struggling to qualify for the showdown.
No, he's actually sitting 5th in points right now. Got quite a good lead there. Got some points he can spare, but not that many.
And here's our pole setter, that number 7. He's sitting 24th right now. He's falling way back.
That he is, but the caution is back out there, Stu.
It sure is. That 21, he's going to race back to the line. I think he's definitely got the lead.
He's almost got a whole second lead there, but oh my goodness gracious. Here comes that 91 car. She's going to move herself up into the 3rd spot and almost see if she can take away 2nd there from... Oh, I don't think she's trying to look for it, but she just couldn't get the pass.
Couldn't quite get it. Here's a replay.
Oh, heavens. That 41 car just knocked that Tim Walbacher right out of the way.
Sure did, and they race on through, but that got him loose.
Up into Bobby and spun Aaron out. Oh, heavens. Oh, mercy me, she's rolling, Sue.
Right into Jay Shepler.
Oh, heavens to bait.
That was quite a hit.
That was there. Not a good payoff move there for that. Oh, he's rolling too. Not a good payoff for that number 41 car of Aaron Nelson at all.
It definitely was not. It looks like most of our leaders are going to stay out. We do have a few drivers that are going to come in to the pits. Let's go down to Ernie and see what they're going to do right now.
Well, yeah, there, guys. The 43, 49, 17, looks like the 88 are going to come down to the pits. 43 has not got much to lose since she already has the win, but the 49 and 17 are trying to make adjustments on their cars so that they can get themselves up to the front.
Well, thanks, Ernie. And with that, we're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll be right back to Green Flag Racing here on the Racer League.
Ring, ring, ring the bell so you don't miss a thing. But don't watch the Racer League while you're driving. You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to one specific person right now. And he or they know who they are. We're watching.
Welcome back to the Racer League. I'm still Sue Llewellyn, and I'm still here with my counterpart, Mr. Dwight Flanders.
And we still have the number 21 of Jeremy Nelson in first place.
And he still has the number 47 of John Jackson right behind him.
However, our first change does come there in third place with the number 91 of Aunt Christie.
That's correct. And boy, she had a car to beat there before we went to caution.
That she did. She was passing cars left and right, making her way up towards the front. It'll be interesting to see how she gets moving here on the restart.
It sure will. I think it'll all depend on those lapped cars down on the inside, as that number 6 did not get a good start last caution.
That he did not. Hopefully he gets a better one this time and is able to get his lap back from his teammate. And then... So that would be nice.
Sure would.
Sorry.
Right behind her, the 91, is the 83 of Renee Rector. And behind her in 5th is the former teammate, the 84, Kaylee Banks.
And they're in 6th. I mean, if we just kind of keep going with that team, it's the number 64 of Katie Harshbarger, who is still a part of that 83 race team.
Sure is, but that pace car's down, Dwight.
That green flag's out, and we're going racing. And again, the 6 does not get the good start that he needs, but that 47 is a moving there, Sue.
He sure is. He did not let that 21 forget.
He did not. He had a great restart there.
And we're
look
back
at that
under
move right
caution
there.
already.
Oh, looky there, though, Sue. Oh, that 91 car, she's trying to make her way under there. She already got underneath the aggressive wombat driving of the number 47, John Jackson. Coming down to the start-finish line, not going to quite get it.
No, that 21 is still going to lead us to the line, but here's the replay. It looks like it happened there on the restart. They all got bunched up there because that 6 didn't get going.
Oh, mercy. The number 2 knocked out the number 48 of Max's Universe, and then, oh, goodness gracious there, Stu. He spins and gets hit by the number 10 of Isabella.
Again.
Now, I'll tell you, that Isabella team is not doing that great, but they're not in last anymore.
Well, that's good.
They're sitting 39th, though. They're still definitely below that cutoff line.
And that's not good.
That is not good at all.
Well, they're getting lined back up. We do have a couple of takers here on the pit stops here. Who we got there, Ernie?
Well, guys, it looks like it's going to be the 13 and the 8 and the 33 inside of the top 10 are going to come in. Also, the 28 of Jacob Banks and the number 7 of Isaiah are only going to be our takers. The 13 and the 8 are coming in. They kind of didn't like what they had and trying to get just some gas to top off on some vitalized propellant juice and go ahead and get back out onto the track.
Well, thanks, Ernie. We'll let them sort that out, and we're going to take another break. We'll be right here, right back to the Rectified Automotive Circuit Entertainment Racing League.
Subscribe to us today. Yeah, subscribe to us today.
Well, hey y'all, welcome back to the Racer League. My name is Dwight, and I hope that you're doing alright. And I'm here with my partner in crime, Mr. Sue Llewellyn.
How do you do?
I think our folks are doing just fine. That number 91 car is doing just fine as well. She got another position there in that quick little segment that we just had.
She sure did. It's going to be interesting to see what she can do here when we go back to Green Flag Racing.
That car is on fire. They have made some of the right adjustments there, but so has that 21 car. I think
Sure.
they've all kind of got those three cars right there, those top 4 cars, have really got their cars dialed in,
Absolutely.
and they're going to be just phenomenal to watch.
They sure are. We definitely got some good racing ahead of us as we're coming down to just over 20 laps left, with our 10 to go caution still to come.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Again, we've got the lapped cars on the bottom there, underneath our leaders, and they got the 6 of Steven Nelson, the number 27 of Andy Helms, and the number 2 of Bryson Birchfield. He was caught up in that accident just a minute ago. But
Sure was.
the pace car is down, and the green flag is out, and we're going racing.
Boy, at 21, he got another good start, but boy,
So did that
so did that.
91.
Absolutely.
She is on a mission there, Sue.
She sure is. In fact, she's all over that back bumper of that 21 saying, hey, don't forget about me. I'm right
There
here.
she goes. She got a great run coming off turn 2 down the back stretch. She's going to get underneath that 21 car. Well, easily. Out
She
there
sure
coming off
did.
turn 4. Going to be able to take the
lead right there.
lead right there. Go ahead and get her bonus points because she's going to need them because she is underneath that elimination line. She really needs a strong finish today.
Absolutely. There's one of her teammates at number 88, Uncle Mike. He's running 18th right now.
Kind of been pretty idle right there in between the top or in between 10th and 20th all day long.
He sure has. Sure has. And now the 88 and the 91, both of their contracts expire at the end of this season.
That they do, so it'll be interesting to see if they continue with J-Town Racing or see what happens with them.
Sure. Here we got the 17 of Christy Rector. She's running 14th right now. She's been a car on the move so far. She took a pit stop back on lap 33. She was one of the few cars to come down for a gas and go and made some adjustments. And boy, those were some right adjustments as she is just plowing ahead.
Well, she definitely needs these adjustments there, Sue. She was dominant last season, but right now sits 23rd in points. Oh, we got a little scuffle there.
We sure do.
They worked it out, but that 17 car needs a strong finish today. She's only had 2 races inside the top 10. 2 finishes inside the top 10 this season. Really needs a strong finish here.
Sure.
They
Boy,
are.
that 32 and 52, boy, they're trading barbs right now.
Well, that they are. I heard on some movie they say that rubbing is racing. So
They must be racing because they have been rubbing.
they have been rubbing quite a bit, and oh my goodness, it was just kind of nice to watch, but a little nerve-wracking, wondering if anybody was going to spin out, but they gave each other some space there.
And here's our pole setter, and he still continues to fall back. As he's sitting right now, 26. Oh,
Oh,
boy.
mercy. Got a couple cars into the wall there, the 88 of Uncle Mike and the number 8 of Mason Cecil.
They're hung up on the wall
Trying
there.
to get off the wall. He got off the wall and is able to keep going and keep his speed up. Can you believe that, Sue?
That's quite amazing. And we do stay green as no car is turned around.
Well, that's nice. We got the number 4 of Tommy Ray. Now, he started this after this last caution inside the top 10, but he's moved himself in back to 15th right now. Hopefully they can work that out. I know they've got the new crew chief going on up top, so
They're still probably working out the kinks.
I think they are. But, I mean, this is way better finishes than he's had and way better runs he's had
Absolutely.
in the last few weeks. So that's nice.
48 at Max's Universe said, hey, I'm right here behind you.
I'm
Get out of my
underneath you.
way.
I'm underneath you. You better watch out because that 48 car is on the move there, Sue.
It sure is.
A little
Boy,
bit of that damage there is kind of helping it.
absolutely. That 48 team, boy, they just grabbed 2 spots all in one turn. That was
That's
quite
pretty
impressive.
crazy. Well, there's our 10 to go caution there, Sue.
Sure is. And they're racing back to the line. You can see the lead that 91 has.
I mean, she's
2.5
got
seconds.
over 2.5 seconds for sure. Almost 3 seconds there. Over the 83 of Renee Rector. Looks like the number 47 of John Jackson kind of fell off the pace there a little bit.
A little bit.
Interesting to see if they're going to come in for some pit stops and make some adjustments.
Well, we just got word they are not going to come down to pit road.
Oh, that'll be interesting. Think
Well,
they
it
can
is
make all
10
the
to
way.
go. It is 10 to go, so you give up quite a bit here in these last few laps if you come into pit and nobody else does.
Well, that's true. I didn't think about it that way.
So we'll let them get lined back up, sorted out, and we'll be right back here on the Racer League.
Hey, you're watching the Racer League. I'm Frank, and, we're running out of ideas. What do you think?
Welcome back to the Racer League. My name is Zulu Ellen, and I'm still here with my counterpart, Mr. Dwight Flanders.
Well, hey, y'all. Welcome back to the last 10 laps here of the race.
Sure be some good racing here in these last 10 laps.
It will, and we also have some other cars that are reported out of the race after some accident involvement. So we have the number 19 of Tim Walbacher. He's out of the race. The 41 of Aaron Nelson. The number 1 of Jay Shepler. Number 26 of Bobby. And sadly, the number 10 of Isabella.
That is a shame for that team, as that team has been caught up in quite a few wrecks all season long.
That 10 car has, but her teammate, the number 99 of Bree Miller, is doing all right.
That's correct, but that number 10, all those cautions she's been caught up in, it's not been her fault.
Well, we got to remember, she is the youngest rookie the Racer League has ever had.
That's correct. That's
So,
correct.
I blame it on that.
Sure.
Just the inexperience of that driver.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, they've got some good cars, I guess, and done pretty well, but
Speaking of good cars, we got one in the lead of the 91, and the next best car is at number 8, or the number 17 and 8th.
well, that's right. We've also got the 21. The green flag's out. Sorry, y'all, we're going racing. That one kind of snuck up on me there.
Sure did.
We've got some great cars up here inside the top 5 right now, y'all.
That 21 snuck up on that 83.
That he did. That 83 was looking to the outside, trying to make a move on the 91 of Aunt Christie, and just couldn't quite get it.
He didn't, but she's putting a hurting now on that lead, trying to sneak up there, but just can't quite do it.
But she's able to maintain there with that 91 car. So
Absolutely. Well, look at that.
Look at
48
that.
in Max's Universe.
Max is on the move. That car has made some well adjustments after being involved in that accident.
Sure.
They're towards the beginning of the race.
That team right now is sitting 23rd in the race. And looking to move forward even more.
Oh yeah, it's right underneath the Bree Miller there.
Oh, we're under caution, as we just saw right there.
Heavens to Betsy.
That 91 led us back to the line. Oh boy. That's going to cause quite an interesting finish now.
That's going to stir a lot of things up for sure.
And here's a replay.
Our top rookie right now. Oh, mercy me.
They were running 9th and 10th.
Oh, heavens to Betsy. That's our top rookie there, Dylan Birchfield and Eric Rector. Eric Rector was having a great run today.
He
Up
was.
inside the top 10.
He was.
He definitely needed a better finish this week because he's actually sitting dead last in points and way underneath that cutoff line.
That's not good at all. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a break, but we will have some green flag laps still left to run. We got quite a shootout ahead of us.
You do not want to miss it.
You're watching the Racer League, and this break is brought to you by this joke. So, 3 guys walk into a bar, and
Welcome back to the Racer League. My name is Sue. How do you do? And I'm here with my counterpart, Dwight Flanders.
Well, hey, y'all. Well, we've got that 91 there still inside the top, or sitting in first right now. She definitely needs a win. She is 8 points behind the elimination line, and with her best finish is 4th at Texas.
That's quite interesting. Here we got the 83. She's sitting in second. Has led this race so far. She's 10th in points right now, but her best finish is 11th. She has no top 10s this season.
Then we've got the 21 there of Jeremy Nelson sitting in third. He's top of our points, won at week 5, and has an average finish of 8th place.
At number 64, Katie Harshbarger, she's got one top 5, which was a third at Texas. She's 2 points out of the Showdown and needs a great finish here to solidify her spot.
And then lastly, there inside the top 5, we've got the number 17 of Christy Rector. I mean, that car has been dominant last season, but not so dominant this season, with her best finish of 6th at Coca-Cola and only reporting 2 top 10s in this entire season, and currently sits 23rd in points.
Well, she's definitely been a car on the move, along with that 91.
But that green flag is out there, Sue, and we're going racing.
Boy, there's something you don't see every day. All top 5 of our drivers got a great start.
They did.
They
They
sure
are
did.
double wide outside the top 5 for 6th and 7th. They're double wide, but single file 1 through 5 as everybody's trying to make a move coming off turn 2, see if they can get some momentum coming down the back stretch.
Sure, so we only got 3 laps left. Boy, look at that 17. Look at that closing speed.
That is some great speed there, Sue. Definitely made some strong adjustments on their last pit stop. That car has been on the move all day long.
Sure has. Their last pit stop was back on 33. Uh-oh, we're under caution.
Oh, heavens. This is going to be for the race.
Sure is. Here's that 17.
Coming off of turn 2, has a great run down the back stretch, trying to gain some more momentum and speed as she tries to catch up to that number 91 of Aunt Christie.
Can she do it?
I don't know.
She's
She's got to get a
getting there.
great run coming off turn 4. Not quite enough. Got a big car length in between them two, but I tell
91.
you, I think if this would have gone the green or gone to the checkered flag, that 17 car would have been a contender.
And I think that 17 knows it. Look at her riding that bumper of that 91 saying,
Right all over there.
I had you.
Oh,
I had you.
yes. Like, I was coming for you.
And here's a replay.
They were double wide racing back there in 5th and or 6th and 7th. And that Eddie Phillips got involved, and that is, oh, mercy me. Oh, I bet that number 47 has some choice words for his teammate there, 32 of Eddie Phillips.
Oh, I'm sure. That 32 he was back at the pack near the beginning of the race and had a great recovery, but not after that caution.
That is not going to play him very well at all. I mean, he finished 6th last week, and
It looks like we had some cars that didn't quite have enough fuel to make it this last lap, and that includes the 55 of Tina Miller, the 84 of Kaylee Banks, the 28 of Jacob Banks, the 22 of Dallas Haycraft, and the 92 of Kim Jackson. They all had to come down the pit road there on this last lap.
well, hopefully that doesn't cost them too much, because we do have quite a few drivers that are still out of the race.
Sure. And with that, we're going to take a look at this week's Amazing Meets Amazing Move of the Race. The number 17 of Christy Rector was one of the few cars that came into pit under caution on lap 33, sacrificing valuable track position. However, the right adjustments were made, and the 17 found herself restarting in 5th on lap 62. Passing 3 cars before the final caution, the number 17 of Christy Rector comes home with a 2nd place finish. This has been this week's Amazing Meets Amazing Move of the Race. Well, here we go. It's about to be official.
Woohoo! I'm gonna win!
Here comes that 91, crossing that start-finish line. Gets her first win of the season.
That 91 car was underneath the elimination line.
She was.
She was 8 points underneath the elimination line, but with this win, will now be guaranteed a spot in the showdown, and regardless of her points, will not be eliminated this season. So it's interesting to see how quickly things can change for our drivers here inside this Racer League.
Sure. Well, with that, we'd like to thank you for joining us tonight on the Racer League.
Oh, yeah, yes.
And be sure to join us next week, Tuesday at 7, here on YouTube
definitely make sure you share it with your friends and everything. But
Absolutely. Hit that subscribe button. And we're going to throw it on up to Nathaniel Scott for our post-race show.
that'll do, Sue. That'll do.
Well, good evening once again, and welcome to the Racer League post-race show. I am your host, Nathaniel Scott, and the 91 of Aunt Christie will get her first win of the season. This is definitely a great win for her, as she was underneath the elimination line. That's right, she was about to be eliminated from the Racer League roster. She went from the elimination line into the Showdown. So this is just telling you that it is anybody's race right now. In second, we had last season's dominant, the number 17 of Christy Rector. In third, starting third, we had the number 83 of Renee Rector. In fourth, the number 64 of Katie Harshbarger. And rounding out the top five was the number 21 of Jeremy Nelson. Now this definitely shakes up the points for all of our Racer League fans and drivers. A lot of ups and downs this week, as some drivers succeeded and some did not. Between 14th and 17th place in the points standings, from Christy Rector down to Rod Ellison, it is a difference of 8 points to qualify for the Showdown, which is just a few short weeks away. So make sure you stay tuned to the Racer League and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any action. And don't forget to join us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. right here on the Racer League. Well, I've been your host, Nathaniel Scott. I will see you next time.
Racer League is brought to you by Ben Sound. And images were provided by Google. Don't forget to like or comment below on what you think of Racer League. And throw a heart in for me.